start back up. I wonder why I stopped. I got plenty of power in there.
Sometimes they have a timer.
Do I have a camera?
Timer.
Oh.
Allow only so much.
Okay. So if it's still recording?
It's still going. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'll watch it for you.
All right. This I don't know when it stopped. Cool.
Now we're ready. Always something, right? So you mentioned in the previous interview about the African Institute of Martial Arts. Could you kind of explain what it is, how it got started?
The African Institute of Martial Arts started as an outgrowth of the African People's Party, which was a political cultural organization in Philadelphia at the time. And it started as, first it was the YAN was the program, which meant Young African Nation. So from that, we developed a martial arts program to develop the discipline and the interest and the desire to want to help the community. Now, actually, it started in 1969, before I got there. I'm not the creator of it. Saladin Muhammad and Muhammad Akbar, better known as Max Stanford, another historical figure within the struggle for civil and human rights in America, Max Stanford. So they started. I came on board after I got out of the military in 1970, around 71, and was allowed by those who were there, who were other good martial artists. You know, Changa Takuyo, Kufu, Mwesi, Shaka Zulu, Khartoum, those brothers were good. They allowed me to be the head instructor, and I remained to the class stop there. But I continued to teach and train under the banner of the African Institute of Martial Arts. So I mean, and the youth program, it wasn't just the martial arts. We had an entrepreneurial program within the YAN that allowed some of the students to be street vendors, where we sold books, incense, body oils, African artifacts, the newspaper, the Jihad News. So it wasn't just all martial arts, but the African Institute of Martial Arts was an outgrowth of the Young African Nation program under the African People's Party.
Wow, that was a good answer. That was a really good answer. My next thing is going to be over the goals of the institute.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, well, I'll speak a little on that relative to martial arts. And we never had we was never a sports martial arts school. Yeah, one of we had several mantras in terms of our approach to martial arts, and one of them would be the two arts we studied were Karibu Kupambana and Vitasana Teke Ngumi. All right, now, Teke Ngumi is hand and foot. How do you strike with your hand and foot? But the combat mantra was up, down, and dirty, side to side, attack, attack, make the sucker back. That was the mantra. So you be the firstest with the mostest, and that's an actual phrase that Joe Frazier used. So I want to, credit Joe Frazier for that. He said, I want to be the firstest with the mostest. Let him worry about my stuff so I don't have to worry about his. So learning how to fight within the hand and foot distance, what we used, again, was Vitasana Teke Ngumi, better known as KB, as Nwanzo likes to say, kickboxing. And I'm proud to say I had a huge hand in the development of that particular part of Vitasana. So that's one of my contributions there. And now, Kabibu Kupambana translates into close quarters combat. So what you do, and when you say up, down, and dirty, side to side, and it basically means that if I'm gonna jab, I'm gonna stick my fingers into your eye. That's gonna be my jab, all right? Because I want to be up, then low. Stomp your foot, kick your knee, side to side. So I'm stepping side to side, side stepping, trying to get angles on you. Then I'm gonna meet in the middle. So up, down, dirty, side to side, attack, make the sucker back. Yeah. close quarters, Karibu Kupambana is using elbow, knee, and knees in close. A lot of head butting. We have a technique called the launch, which I teach mostly to women, you know, so you, in self-defense, you get in close, and then you get your forehead to his chest, you bend your knees and you launch yourself straight up for his chin with your head. And usually you can knock a person out there. Very devastating technique. So those kinds of elbows, knees, biting of the carotid artery, this is huge. If you control the head, you can bite the carotid artery, pull into your knee, control the head, your body will follow. So those kinds of philosophies about there's no moral code, you know, like in some martial arts they say, hurt before you maim before you kill. You know, all right, that's all good. At the African Institute of Martial Arts, we feel once you have made the decision to engage in personal combat, the only law that's left is the law of survival. So that's why we always we want peace always, but we're prepared for war. So there was never a rule per se other than to win, which again, when it comes to personal combat, that's exactly what you're going to do. Because you don't want to be involved in a fight for hours. This is not a martial arts movement. You know, the best technique is to block, parry, counter, and counterattack, and then it's over. That's the purest martial art in the world. So at the African Institute of Martial Arts, aside from that mantra of up, down, and dirty, side to side, other one was that once you make that decision to engage in personal combat, first or your next thought should be seize the tactical advantage. Now, how do you seize the tactical advantage? Our philosophy at the African Institute of Martial Arts is that you seize the tactical advantage first by either attacking the eyesight, the breathing, or the mobility. If you can do that, you can get a tactical advantage. You jump out there, get out to the eye. Can't see you, you flank them, you attack. I trained and certified lifeguards for 25 years for the Red Cross. I know from saving 67 people in the water that if a person can't breathe, everything on earth becomes secondary. So if you hit somebody in the throat, hit them in the throat, they can't breathe, they're going to forget about attacking, so you can counterattack. Mobility. You can sidestep, kick to the knee, stomp to the foot, and run. The person's got a jammed knee, they can't even chase you. So the point being, once you make the decision to engage in personal combat, the next thought is to seize the tactical advantage. And that's our philosophy for combat, regardless of the technique. I mean, we can go into techniques. Like I said, in my opinion, your fastest weapon is your lead hand. Your lead hand. So if you go on a jab, then now you get 4 inches closer by extending your fingers straight to the eye. That could be it, right there. You know, you want to sidestep, block, parry, ridge hand, claw to the throat. Person can't breathe, you can continue your attack. Seize the tactical advantage the moment you make the decision to engage in personal combat.
Perfect, that's it.
Good?
Good.
All right.
And it taped it.
All right.
You got it.
All right,
Everybody clap.